There are new reports that the Durham investigation is accelerating. More people are cooperating. Doug Collins is the former House Judiciary Committee ranking member, and he joins me now. Congressman, this spying of Trump, could it have happened without Comey, Strzok, McCabe all knowing about it?
Stuart, I don't think so. Good morning. This has become the biggest question mark that came out of the revelation from the weekend about the spying, not only at the Trump Tower, but at the White House as well. I don't see how the intelligence community or even the DOJ, which we knew were colluding against Trump to start with, didn't know about it. In fact, we even know that in the Oval Office, Joe Biden and President Obama at the time were briefed about the plan by Clinton to try and tie to Russia collusion. So my question for Durham would be, is he going to question former President Obama? Is he going to question Joe Biden? This is known.
So it is possible that President Obama and then Vice President Biden knew that there was an operation that was going to look at Trump's computer in his campaign headquarters. They were briefed on that. Is that correct?
They were briefed that the Clinton campaign was trying to tie Trump and Russia together in this fake collusion narrative that began many times. John Ratcliffe, former DNI, has talked about this. This has been published in reports that came out of the Department of Justice. So we know it happened. The question is why has it not been, more picked up by, formerly the mainstream media or others? Because this is important. If the government itself, if we have elements of the government actually knowing about, turning a blind eye or actively cooperating, this is an danger to our very democracy that's always talked about. But this was against a private citizen who then became president and was still being done.
Yeah, a sitting president was still being checked and looked at by outside forces. That's outrageous. On the screens right now, we've got the amount of time that the media has devoted to this. Zero ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN spent a couple of minutes on it. Nothing from MSNBC. And this morning, I got the New York Times and the Washington Post dismissing this story, saying it's old, it's already been debunked, or there's nothing in it. That's extraordinary, Congressman.
Well, it is. I mean, look, I've seen trying to cover your tracks, not wanting to admit past mistakes. But the first rule of relieving your mind, the first rule of recovery is to admit you got a problem. And the mainstream media have a huge problem here. They were completely, in for Hillary Clinton. They could not believe that she lost. They could not believe the whole narrative, and they continued it on. Remember, this whole fake narrative ended up in the Mueller report, which wasted millions upon millions of dollars and proved that there was no Russia collusion. But yet we had elements of the FBI, we had elements of the intelligence community, all at work trying to prove this connection that was not there. They're embarrassed right now, but really the cure for amnesia is actually Durham's investigation.
Is Hillary directly involved, or possibly? I mean, I'm thinking about those 30,000 emails that she destroyed. Has that got something to do with this?
Well, you never know. Remember, the whole Russia investigation this whole Russia hoax started with the problem she had with the emails and Comey coming out and saying, well, there's nothing wrong. All of that time frame, Stuart, if you go back and look, and I've talked about this and wrote about it, it started prior to this with those Clinton emails because they were trying to cover it up. They were trying to put the blame on Trump, not her.
It's the most extraordinary scandal. I mean, it really is huge, isn't it? I mean, just huge. I wish we had more time, Congressman. I can get into this all day long, but we don't. But we want to thank you very much for being with us this morning, sir. Appreciate it.
Look forward. Talk about it anytime.